What's up, everybody? It's Monday. You know what that means. It's time for the Creators Lounge. Thank you for everybody that's here, everybody that will pop in. And if you catch this on the replay, thank you for being here also. Just let us know in the comments on the replay that you were here. Throw in hashtag replay. Let us know where you're from, any of that stuff. Glad to have you whether you're live or on the replay. So happy Monday, everybody. I hope you guys' week is off to a great start. We have a great conversation lined up for tonight. This is one of those topics that is sometimes hard to talk about. Some people don't really want to, think about the things that goes into this, and I mean that in a polite way. Running a YouTube channel is hard. Running anything on social media is hard, and the fact of the matter is, a lot of people are not successful at it. But it's not because they can't do it. It's just because there's several things that we don't think about. And so tonight, that's kind of what I want to do, is talk about some of these things, about why sometimes we as content creators do not have a successful channel, why we ultimately fail. Some people give up. And the hopes of this is that if you're hearing this, if you catch this replay, that you maybe take some of this advice and don't fail, right? So that's the goal. That's the hope. What's up, everybody I've seen so far? We got Dagan here. Of course, we have Mel. Where'd she go? There's my beautiful wife, Mel. She had to go pick up dinner for her and the kids. Time got away from us today. Time really got away from us. It's been a busy day for me the last couple of days. We'll talk about in a minute a little bit why. What's up, Jay Cruz? Good to see you, brother. We got Mr. G in the house. What's up, Mark, of course. Good to see you, man. Magic the Mouse Radio. All right. Whenever I see Magic the Mouse, when I see Bill come in, that music automatically goes down. And we get one of these.
Go, Pack, go!
What's up? Bill says, Ken is a Packers fan. Enough said. Absolutely, mic drop. Yes, sir. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. What's up, Billy? Hospital working detail. Definitely thinking about you, man. Definitely thinking about you. Yeah, great to see you, Bill. I'm sure Aaron Rodgers will be here soon. Again, not the Aaron Rodgers, but our Aaron Rodgers. So we'll get that sound one more time. I know a lot of you, especially Jay Cruz, really love that Go Pack Go sound, so I have to play that a few times. That's all for you, man. That's all for you guys. All right, so hey, how's everybody's week been so far? I know it's only Monday. How was your weekend? How's your week been? We got Bearded Vato. What's up, man? Great to see you, brother. Smash that like button. Absolutely. If you are into this type of content, if you want to hit that like button, that helps the channel for sure. If you're not sure yet, if you don't know if you like it yet, feel free to hold off, and it's my job to help you like this, right? So those thumbs up definitely help. Appreciate that. We need a Go Yankees button. What do the Yankees even say? What's their... So that music that I played, that is the Packers stadium sound, right? What's the Yankees theme? What's their catchy jingle? I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. Yeah, really good to see you, Vato. All right, so how's everybody's week been? I'll tell you, for us, time got away from us today. I've done nothing but the last several days, but work on resumes and job listings and interviews. I've got 2 second interviews this week, so the one on Wednesday I'm really, really hopeful for. So you guys can think about whatever you guys do. If you pray, if you send up positive thoughts, if you send out good vibes, whatever you do that for me for the next couple of days, because I got some interviews especially for one that I'd really love to land this position. It'll be amazing if I do. It's things that I love to do. So it's Let's Go Yankees, clap, clap, clap. All right, you have to send me a soundbite, Mark. Maybe I'll play that just for you. I mean, only for you, because we are Brewers fans over here. But I don't have any Brewers sounds or anything other than Packs. So Yankees theme is build another title. Yeah. We don't watch a lot of baseball. I don't know why. Not for any reason. We just don't watch a lot of baseball. We watch it around playoff time for sure. Yankees catchy jingles, Go Pack Go. That is true. Mel is my Yankee, and we're going to be moving up to Yankee land. So we're going to be up in the Midwest. Honestly, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to moving up there. Going to have to invest in a snowblower because, they have, I think it was on Saturday, I think it was Tommy that reminded me that up there they have about 3 hours of summer, and then you break out the snowblower again. So yeah, I got to invest. Did you apply for the assistant GM of the Packers? I doubt that I'm qualified. We'll just take partial owner, right, Bill? We'll just take that one. That would be amazing, though, to work for the Packers. Could you imagine? Yep, snowblower is a must. So funny story, right? This is not what tonight's stream is about, but funny story. So a lot of you know the story about me and Mel. We met in the Army a long time ago, and then orders took us different ways. We didn't actually get married until 11 years later. And by then I was living in Kentucky. She moved here because this is where my job was. I didn't have any snow shovels at all. And we hardly ever get snow here where we need snow shovels. I know Mel will tell you that it's only happened probably twice since she lived here that we had to actually shovel the driveway. So anyway, going back to before she moved here. So that winter before she moved here, we had 2 weeks in a row where we had 25 inches of snowfall. And I'm out there. My neighbor had a shovel. Luckily, I could borrow his. They were all sold out at Home Depot and all. You couldn't find a snow shovel. There was so much snow. And so this was a few months before she moved here. We were already, we were together. We were talking all the time. We were just kind of separated by distance. And she showed up with a bunch of snow shovels. But those 2 snowstorms, she made fun of me because I had to shovel snow with a spade shovel. It was bad. I mean, everything was kind of closed down anyway, so I didn't really have to get out of the driveway. But yeah, she brought shovels and everything was okay. So yeah, Dave and Diane, they don't know anything about a snowblower being down in the Southwest. How far are you going to be from Jeff? If Jeff is from where I think he's from, we're only going to be probably less than an hour away from Jeff. So I'm excited about that. Bill, so being the Midwest, right? Culver's 9 times out of 10. When we go out for dinner, usually it's Culver's. It's either Culver's or Chick-fil-A. All right, you sent me the Let's Go Yankees. So I won't be able to do much with it tonight, Mark, but Friday night, I got you, brother. I got you. What part of Kentucky? So we're about an hour from Lexington, sort of central Kentucky is where we are. It's about an hour from there. Thought you were going to say you shoveled snow in Crocs. No. A little bit too cold for Crocs. The Crocs stay in the house. Those are my house shoes, right? They do. Culver's has great ice cream. Snowblower is a must. Yeah, I'm sure Mark knows all about that being up where he is. Andrew Carlisle does not know anything about a snowblower. Down in Texas, it's already 200 degrees. What's up, man? Doing some work around the house, but I'll be able to engage in this chat once I get a couple more things done. I just appreciate you being here, brother. Thanks for being here. You're in New York right now. Okay, but you'll be gone long before the snowblower. I'm guessing that being that you and Diane travel, I'm sure by wintertime you guys are already heading back down to where there's no snow, right? Seeing that you have that luxury, I'm guessing you avoid the snow at all cost. All right, you guys. So once again tonight, we're going to talk about the reasons why content creators fail. And this is one of those topics that we have several content creators in here. I would love to hear your thoughts. I've got sort of my top 5 reasons why. There's obviously a lot more than this, and a lot of you know what goes into this, what it takes to create content. And I'd love to hear your thoughts and sort of your opinions on this also. Again, there's so many reasons. I'm only talking about 5, but feel free to throw your comments out there about these all night long. If you have any questions, do me a favor, throw a Q colon in front of it because that will actually highlight it in yellow and that'll make sure that I see it. I don't want to miss any questions, so if you do that, that'll help me out. All right, so let's jump right in. Let's see, Bill says, I once shoveled 16 inches of snow off the top of my fifth wheel to get to Florida. There you go. There you go. All right, y'all. So let's jump in. So I've got some tips, some reasons. My Stream Deck button is labeled tips, but that's not what we're talking about this week. So reasons why content creators do fail ultimately. Now, I want to make sure that I'm clear about it. When I use the word fail, I'm not talking about fail as in a bad sense, right? We're going to talk about some stats, but there's so many YouTube channels out there. Something like 500 hours of I didn't write down this specific stat, but if I remember right, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, it's something like 500 hours of content uploaded per minute. I may be off on that number, but it's something like that. And so there's so much content out there. How do we make sure as YouTubers that our content gets seen, right? So I've got some reasons here. These are sort of my top 5 reasons. My first reason number 1, and I think this is the most common, is they're not patient or persistent. Content creation is a long game. You see creators come in, and I've talked to some of them that, they see these big time creators. They see the Think Medias. They see the Roberto Blakes. They see these big channels that are where they are right now, but what they don't see is the time that went into building the channel. So, and you know, I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about people when they have that thought. It's easy to see that success and think, well, man, I can do this. I've had that thought, right? I can do this. I can grow my channel to, you know, to that size. Will I one day? Who knows? I'm going to try my best, but it takes a lot of patience. Content creation is a long game, and most channels that come into this are not going to be overnight success stories. You do even see some channels that come in. Think Media has been at this for 10 years. They didn't blow up overnight, but you do see some channels that blow up overnight, but that is less than, my goodness, 0.001%. The most channels that's not going to happen to. So it takes a lot of patience to build a YouTube channel. A lot goes on behind the scenes to make this work, and that patience is key. It's a long game. It's a marathon. All the cliched statements I can think of, but it truly is. A lot goes into this to get to that point. Most of us are not going to blow up overnight. So some statistics. Let's see what Bill said here. And Andrew, I appreciate you, man. And you can keep your triple-digit Texas temps, man. I don't want them. Most fail because they don't have the time to commit that they thought they did when they started. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. A lot of times, you know, it's not even it's not the fault of the creator at that point. If we don't have the time to put into it, because at the end of the day, we have families, we have jobs, we have stuff going on outside of this that definitely come before our channels, and if we don't have the time, then it's just never going to happen for us. You know, it takes that family buy-in also. I mean, luckily Mel is super supportive. You know, she gives me all the time in the world. She doesn't hassle me. I mean, we make sure that we make family time and stuff like that, but she's super bought into this just like I am. So, you know, if it takes me 5 years, it'll take me 5 years. If it takes me 10 years, at this point, I have no plans of going anywhere, but I understand that it's a long process. So without that family buy-in, it's so hard. And without the time, you know, it's harder. So that's, again, no fault of the creator. We have priorities, and a lot of times our YouTube channels can't be the priority depending on what's going on. So what's up, Credence and Bishop? Good to see you. I see lots fizzle out due to short-term gains over long-term goals, taking more than giving. Bad sponsors, absolutely churning viewers for money. Oh yeah, so much to that. So let's talk about that. Tommy, those are great points. So think about these numbers real quick, right? There are 31 million, at last count, 31 million active YouTube channels. And and talking 31 million channels where people are creating. Now there's more channels out there. Like everybody in this chat has a channel because you're in here chatting. Even if you're not creating, technically that's a channel, but there's 31 million active channels where content's being uploaded. That's a lot of channels. Less than 1% of those channels actually become monetized. The number, I don't even know the exact, it's like 0.04 or something crazy. Way less than 1% of all YouTube channels become monetized. And what that means is you hit that 1,000 subscriber point, you get the 4,000 watch hours, you're eligible to join the partner program. That's just talking monetization. Now, just because you get to that 1,000 and 4,000 and successfully join the partner program, generally speaking, you're monetized at that point, but are you making a lot of money? Not right away. Again, that's something that takes time too, but those are kind of the numbers. It takes an average, and I've talked about this before, it takes an average of 22 months for the average YouTube channel to become monetized. And that is following best practices, uploading consistently, having a niche, building an audience, all that kind of stuff. So that is best case scenario, an average of 22 months. Now that means that some people do it in, you know, some people do it in a couple of months. Some people do it in less than a year. Some people do it at that 22. You guys understand average. I mean, some people do it, it takes them longer than that. And so 22 months being the average, following best practices, the short to all of this, it takes a lot of work, a lot of time to build a channel to that point. And I use monetization because that 1,000 is kind of the benchmark that most people look at, the first big milestone that's like huge for us, right? So that's kind of where I go that. What's up? I saw Aaron Rodgers as I was talking there. He came in. What's up, Aaron? We got to do this again.
Go, Pack, go!
You guys got two of those tonight because we have Aaron and Magic the Mouse Radio. So good to see you, man. All right, let's go check out the chat real quick. Oh, Mark, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I could not do it without her at all. Credence and Bishop, they're full-time with their channels for the past 2 years. I like your all's channel, man. I caught, I wasn't able to chat, but I jumped in. I didn't even get to see enough because I was still doing some work stuff and things, but you guys went live today with that police chase in Texas, I think it was. I didn't get to chat, but I saw it. It looks like it was pretty short. I don't think it was a very long chase, unless I misunderstood what I was seeing. So, let's see. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Let's see. What's up, Brian? Good to see you, man. Yes. We had, so early on a couple of years ago, we've had to have one conversation because, look, my personality, when I jump into something, I jump into it. If I decide to do something, I am full on, like, that's my goal. I'm going to accomplish it. I'm going to do it. And I'll spend a lot of time doing it. We've only had to have one conversation where Mel was like, listen, we need to fit some family time in here. And she was right. And that's the only time we've had that. That was a couple of years ago, but she's so supportive, and what she says is absolutely right here. What's up, Gary? Good to see you, man. Corey says, I want to subscribe 11 more times. Yes, I'm so close on this channel, so this will be the second channel that I've been able to monetize. And again, I'll say it just like I said before with the first channel, with this one, this is all thanks to you guys. If, you know, I can put content all day long, but if nobody's watching, if nobody's subscribing, then, you know, that's the only way you get there. So thank you all for subscribing, for everybody that has, even if they don't come to live streams. Thank you all. I'm excited about it. I'm excited. But good to see you, Corey. Be the tortoise, not the hare. Slow and steady always wins the race, for sure. Oh, Chris, we're going to talk about niche again. Don't worry, man. And that's not the question that I texted you last night and said I had something for you tonight. You're going to like the question I have on the Would You Rather. That's our daily. Oh, okay. So that wasn't actually live. I usually see you. I don't know your actual live schedule, but I've caught the last couple when you've gone live. Yeah, you guys show some interesting stuff. Getting Chinese after work. Oh, I like those too, Tommy. I like those also. We do at least 2 live shows 5 days a week. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm not able to catch everyone, but when I do, I think I've caught like your all Saturday morning. Those court, I'm assuming those are court replays being Saturday, but maybe not. I don't know. Are those live? But I do enjoy that kind of stuff. So I'm glad you guys popped in here and I found your channel, because I enjoy watching that kind of stuff. So that is, again, reason number 1, they're not patient or persistent. Persistence is really important, right? Consistency, we talk about being consistent with your channels, and that consistency looks different for each of us, right? Right now, pretty much the way my schedule's been, I'm releasing an uploaded video every 2 weeks is what I've been doing. I wish that I could do a lot more, and I will get back to that point, but right now with everything that we've got going on, 2 weeks is kind of my consistency, plus my 2 live streams every week. So I'm still uploading, you know, 3 videos, well, 5 videos every 2 weeks, so still good. But consistency is different for all of us, right? Being consistent, a lot of people will sort of start to get to, you know, that certain point where they're like, man, I've been doing this for a while now. I'm not seeing any traction. I'm not growing. Why not? A lot of times it comes down to that consistency. Now, again, that can be once a week for your channel. That can be twice a week, whatever that looks like to you, but you have to upload, right? Really what statistics say, and what I've found and sort of what I agree with, is that if you can get 100 videos uploaded in your first year and you see some traction there, then you know you're onto something. If you've uploaded 100 videos and you're not seeing any growth, and you know, you should have already been looking at analytics to try to figure out why. What is your audience telling you? We're going to talk about that also. But that's the consistency piece of it. You know, uploading gives you more of that chance of being seen. It lets YouTube, it lets the algorithm know that you are producing content, so they should push your content. There's all kinds of things that go into that, but that consistency, that persistence is important. And I get it, right? There's been times where, man, there's been times where you make a video and you're like, wow, this video is so good, and it doesn't get many views. And there's a lot of reasons for that. Typically it's your thumbnail, it's your description, you know, many different reasons, but it can be discouraging, right? And you have to be persistent through that. I didn't mean to hit that button. That's the wrong button. Let's go back. But there's the next reason. You know, a lot of times doing YouTube kind of comes down to feeling like this.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
You just have to be fine, right? funny little sound effect I downloaded. I like that one. You have to be persistent. Those times when you feel like your channel's not moving, you have to kind of force the issue. Keep on uploading, improve your videos, stick with it. And if you do that and you learn from each video, you will eventually, I'll use the word take off. That means something different to everybody, but you will start to see some growth. You have to keep at it. So that's my first reason. Let's catch up in the chat real quick. The court live streams are my second favorite. Judge of Michigan, one in Texas, I really enjoy. I like that judge. He may be up from your neck of the woods, Tommy. I see a lot of his videos in some shorts content, you know, some short form videos. I forget his name now. You guys probably know who I'm talking about, but he typically, like, more times than not, you'll kind of hear the defendant's story, you know, and he'll typically sort of, if he can, he'll kind of let them off the hook a little bit. He's real, you know, he shows a lot of grace to people that are standing before him. I kind of like his stuff. So yeah, viewers want to know what to expect from you. Oh, what's up, Joe? What's up, man? Good to see you, brother. We do cases and chases 5 days a week. Yeah, it's some good stuff. Yes, Tommy, I figured you knew. Yeah, Caught in Providence. I really enjoy those when I see them. I like watching all that stuff. I watch court TV and stuff like that. Yeah. You know, it's funny. I'm probably, Judge Joe also. What's up, Biz? Good to see you, man. I'm probably one of few people that have ever wanted jury duty, and I've never had it. I think it'd be cool to sit on a jury and, you know, just take part in that duty, right? That's what we're supposed to do. But I've never gotten jury duty. We are into court stuff, so yeah. No idea. You guys are doing good stuff. Y'all are doing good stuff. Yeah, that's him. So it's that Caught in Providence. Yeah, Providence up there. All right, so you guys kind of saw the second slide there, but let's go to it anyway. All right, reason number 2, they focus on followers instead of community. Now, this is one where a lot of times when people come in, and I think this is more prevalent with short form content, especially on TikTok. People start doing this and they just want to go viral. That viral word means something to them. They think that that's what the goal is. Let's go viral and then success is guaranteed, and it's really not. What's really important is building community, which you guys that are here, you ladies and gentlemen that are here in the chat tonight, you guys are part of the community. People on TikTok that I you know, engage with every day, those are part of the community. The community aspect is what really helps you build. I think most of you can agree in here, because we have a good mix of content creators and, you know, consumers. There's some of you that don't create, but you watch our videos. I think everybody can agree that it's important that when you engage with your favorite content creator, your group of favorite content creators, that you want to feel like you're part of what they're doing, right? If I uploaded a video, or if I went live and I didn't engage with you guys, if I ignored the chat, if I never answered your comments, if I didn't make you all feel like you mattered, then how long are you going to stick around, right? And so building community is so much more important than just having followers and going viral. And I think a lot of people, when they first come into this, they think that one viral video is going to set them off. They're going to be instantly famous. They're going to have success from then on. Most of the time that doesn't actually happen. Most of the time you have that one viral video and then you don't have any more viral videos and you still have nothing. So, you know, the community aspect is so important. For me, community is everything. I think most of you guys in here know that community is important to me. I talk to some of you guys on a daily basis. Some of you I don't get to talk to enough, but you know, we're all busy and all that, but I love talking to you guys outside of just streams and chats. Love getting to know people. Community is really important for every platform, no matter what you're trying to do or build. So Brian's never had jury duty either. Yeah, I don't know why. I've never had jury duty. We've seen channels with a viral video, but the channel's totally dead. Seems like a waste. Yeah, there's a few reasons for that. Let's go up here. If you go viral, you better be ready to follow up, take the ball and run. If not, it's going to hurt more than help for sure. Hey, every now and then, brother, every now and then. Sometimes you get stuff like that. Same thing with shout outs from big channels trying to take a shortcut. Most times it doesn't work. Oh yeah. So let's talk about a few of these things. Let's go back up. So I love what Brian and Tommy said right here. So Brian said, we've seen channels with a viral video, but the channel's totally dead. And then Tommy says, if you go viral, you better be ready to follow up, take the ball and run. If not, it's going to hurt more than help. 100%. It comes up a lot. Like you'll see it in different, different chats, and some of the bigger content creators will talk about it. And I should do a show about this sometime just to talk about this specifically. But are the marks too high for the platforms, right? For YouTube, it's 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours before you can join and actually become part of YouTube, part of the partner program, right? For TikTok, you have to have 1,000 subscribers to go live. You have to have 10,000 to join the creator fund. For Instagram, they have their different marks for, all that. So every platform kind of has their benchmarks that you have to meet to take that kind of step, right? And sometimes the conversation will come up, do you think those marks are set too high? Is getting 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours too hard for most people? Well, it may be. It may be too hard for most people, but does that mean that it shouldn't be that case? I think it's important to have benchmarks like that, because exactly what Tommy's saying here, when you hit that point, whenever that is, where you feel like you've found some success, if you do, let's say that you instantly go viral and become famous for a little bit, what are you going to do after that? When you hit that 1,000 subscribers and that 4,000 watch hours, what are you going to do next? Right? Now, I can't speak from experience on this because I've never taken a channel to 10,000. I've had 1,000. I've got a channel in the partner program. This one is about to be very close. And so I've got to that point, but getting from 0 to 1,000 is a lot different than getting from 1,000 to 10,000. Getting from 10,000 to 100,000 is a lot different. You have to be able to meet certain expectations, all kinds of different things that go into that. Again, I don't have the experience. I've never gone to 10,000 yet. But if you talk to some of these bigger creators and just see what they're doing, it's quite clear that kind of growth is different than this initial growth. So exactly, what are you going to do after you hit that point? And that's why I think the benchmarks are important, because it takes that amount of time and practice to really kind of master your craft a little bit. But then even then, have you mastered your craft? No, because now you have different expectations, different growth that you have to attain to get to that next point. So yeah, going viral is not the answer. Yeah, Joe, we're gonna get you some pineapple desserts at some point. Chris is he's confessing here to a few things. There we go. Yeah, Chris, guilty, right? All right, Joe. Hey, appreciate you being here, brother. Appreciate it. I originally got into the partner program before there were thresholds set. It did keep me motivated to grow from making a penny or two a day. Yeah, for sure. I mean, and everybody else has been monetized, just the fact that you hit that partner program, you're not getting rich right away. There's still some building there, and you have to be okay with that. You have to love that process. And I think if you don't, I think a lot of people quit because they realize that process is more of a process than they thought. So, talking about Bustelo, Chris, apparently Jay Cruz is Chris's attorney. There we go. All right, so that's on that one. I mean, community is important. Don't lose sight of the current community that you have. The people that have been there since the beginning, the people that have been there since the 200 mark, the 300 mark, the people that show up for you every week in every video, or that just show up, maybe one live stream when they can. Don't forget about them as you're trying to chase new audience. Build community. In the long run, that's going to help you so much more because people feel like they're included as part of your channel, right? So I think that community is very, very important. Hey, Restoring Nurses. I think I know who this is, but what's up? Great to see you in here. Let me know your first name. I think I know exactly who you are coming here from TikTok. Appreciate you being here. Thanks so much. Chris, I remember before the current partner program standards, I celebrated when I saw 1 penny in estimated earnings. Yeah, and that's the mindset that you kind of have to have, right? If you're coming into content creation, if making money is your first goal, then odds are you're probably not going to make it because you're going to fizzle out really fast because you don't hit quick money, right? Now, it's okay to make money. There are people that don't like to talk about money. It's okay to make money doing this, but that can't be your first priority. That can't be the reason why you love creating content. Again, if it is, I've talked to people before that, wanted to just started. They have basically 0 subscribers. They've got 2 videos. They want to hit they want to hit 1,000 subscribers in a month so they can start making money. Odds are that's not going to happen. A lot of times you see those people kind of fizzle out. And again, I'm not picking on anybody or saying that anybody's wrong at all, but it's just the reality of it that if that's your first goal, then odds are you're not going to make it. So you have to do this because you love it. Yeah, thought so. Great to see you here, Matt. Appreciate you, man. Join in the conversation. We're here every Monday night at 7, every Friday night at 9 Eastern. So join the conversation. If you have anything to add, definitely throw it out there. I think you'll find a good group of people here, just like you see in the creator community and out on TikTok. So appreciate you being here, man. Aaron, I'm not doing YouTube to make money. I'm doing it to talk sports and build my resume. There you go. That's a great thing right there. Building community while you do that. Now, if you eventually grow your channel to a point to where you're making money and that leads to better opportunities and you start making money from this, that is absolutely amazing, right? It just can't be the first goal. So there's nothing wrong with making money doing what you love. There's people that have issues and opinions about that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with making money doing what you love, but it just can't be your first goal. Yeah, there we go. That's who I thought you were. Yeah, great to have you here, Matt. You need the right subs that will give you watch time, not just subs. Yes. Let's talk about that real quick. This is another thing, and we'll spend just a minute on this, and then we'll move on. Don't ever on any platform do the sub for sub. Don't buy subs. Don't do the follow for follow stuff, because exactly what Mark's talking about right here, you won't get that. You have to attract your audience with videos that they found the video organically. They like the video. They like who you are as a creator. They hit that subscribe or follow button because they want to see more. If you do a sub for sub or follow for follow thing, that's not the reason why they're hitting that button, and odds are they're not going to engage with most of your content. So you have to be careful with that. Got to be careful with that. Needing a plan for content besides traveling. The cost of the trip is making me second guess, but what's making me hold on is the passion and desire of this being what I want to do with my life. Yeah, I think there's a lot of ways that you can work out the channel that you're wanting to do. Even if you can only travel every now and then, still talking about history and things like that. There's so many things you can do with that you can make it work for sure. All right, let's go to reason number 3. All right, reason number 3, they don't take feedback properly. Now, there's 2 sides to this conversation, in my opinion. There is feedback that you need to take, constructive criticism from people that you trust, from your circle. You have to have people in your corner that you can go to with a question. Hey, look at this thumbnail, read this description. I'm thinking about doing this for a video. What do you think? Or, hey, I did this for a video. What do you think, right? You got to have those kind of people in your corner. I've got a few people that we talk all the time. Jay Cruz is one of them. Dan C is one of them. We talk content. We talk, we share ideas. We get each other's opinions. You have to have that kind of circle. Now, there's another side to this conversation where you're also going to get feedback that you don't need to spend any time on. You're going to get feedback from people that don't like you. You're going to get feedback from people that decided they didn't like you because somebody told them something, and they're just trying to be negative. They're trying to be trolls. That feedback you need to ignore because that can have an effect on you also. So there's 2 sides to this. Let's talk about the first one. Make sure that you have a close circle of people that you trust. I'll use Jay Cruz as an example here. Where's Jay Cruz at? Where's he at? Talking about coffee. He's having his second cup of coffee, which means he's going to be up late. He'll probably call me at midnight, and that's okay. But Jay Cruz is one of those people. I can send Jay Cruz a thumbnail. I can send Jay Cruz a video idea or whatever, and he'll tell me, I think you should do this. I think you should change that thumbnail. I think this could be better. Or he may tell me if I did a good job, he'll say, dude, I really like it. But he's not afraid to give me honest feedback in an attempt to make me better, right? Vice versa for him, for other people. You got to have people like that in your corner that you trust to be real with you. They're only going to help you be better. They're only going to help your channel grow. Very important to have that and be able to take that constructive feedback. Now, I will never give feedback to somebody that doesn't ask for it on that level. Jay Cruz, I would him because we talk all the time. Like if I saw something in a video, I may send him a message. Dan, other guys that I talk to. But for the most part, like if somebody uploaded a Santa Dad, what's up, man? Santa Dad always shoot me straight. If if it's not somebody I don't talk to a lot, like I like them, I like their content, but we don't have that kind of close relationship, I'm not just going to reach out and say, hey, I think you should change this. I'm going to wait for them to ask me. But you got to have those kind of people, whoever that is for you, whoever's in your circle, you have to be able to accept that feedback. And I think for that one, that is pretty much, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on that, but I think that's pretty much all that really needs to be said about that, right? Pretty simple. There's some people, what's up, Dave? What's up, brother? Dave is one also. I'll run stuff by Dave. I'll talk to Dave and he'll shoot me straight also. Yeah, Mel will tell me not to wear my Crocs out of the house. Absolutely. She'll shoot me straight too. Now, let's talk about the other side of that, right? You're going to have people as you're doing this that will come along that won't like you. They're not going to care. You could have the best video in the world. They're still going to find something wrong with it. Again, they're not going to like you because somebody told them something that somebody told that person. For whatever reason, they're not going to like you, right? And that's okay. If you think about it, there's people, there's channels that you don't watch, there's channels you don't support and agree with, there's people that you don't jive with. It's just a fact of life. It's okay. Some of us are better at scrolling on and just ignoring it than others, but you have to be careful. The reason why I say this is because you have to be careful not to let that negative feedback affect you to the point to where you change what you're doing because of that. Don't let it make you stop. Don't let it make you fail. Don't give any weight to it, because at the end of the day, it's just going to discourage you. And that's, there's a lot to this. That's the goal of the person who's trolling you. It's whatever. But don't let that slow you down. Don't let that stop you. So talking about taking feedback properly, it's taken from both sides of that coin. Make sure that you take feedback from people that have that interest and care into you, that they want you to do well. You trust them, but don't take the feedback from the people that just want to troll you. It's, I think that's it on that one, right? Love to hear what you guys think. Yep, Aaron's one. Yeah, most people that I've talked to that, I'm going to shoot people straight, and that is either, most of the time that's a good thing. Sometimes it's a bad thing. If you ask me a question, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be polite, respectful, professional, but I'm also going to give you I'm going to be honest with you. So hard to find people with your best interest. Oh, for sure. It's got to be people you trust. I think that's really important. I mean, you have people in your circle that want you to win. They want you to do well. I think it's important to be able to discern between that and people that don't. So feel free to give me input whenever. I'm always open to feedback from people. I know just want me to succeed. Yeah. So Matt is part of our creator community. Let's talk about that real quick. So that's one real cool thing about this community, right? So the Just Hit Record creator community, justhitrecordofficial.com. That's a lot of what you'll find in here. There are people in here that are, veterans when it comes to content creation that can offer a lot of advice, good input, answer questions. There's people that are newer that are looking for help, and we're talking all platforms, TikTok, YouTube, everything. So great community to be a part of if you want that kind of feedback. And Matt's part of that. I think several of you in here are. If you're not, why not? Just kidding. You don't have to. But that's what we do there. Let's see. I think we were, oh, no, that's the wrong one. We were right there. So let's see. Take the negative like water off a duck's back. Oh, for sure. For sure. Rented opinions when you don't like someone because someone says they don't like someone. Yeah. Yeah. And most of the time it comes from people that you even forgot were around. They're just still talking about you for whatever reason. You gotta let that stuff go. Be the better person. Ken was rude and said I'm trash at content. I didn't say that you're trash at creating content. I said your thumbnails needed some work. But no, you're not a trash content creator. 8 to go. I see. Hey, man, it's getting there. You beat me, though. Hey, by the way, congrats to Ben on hitting 1K. Ben, when was it now? It's been, I think, a couple of weeks. Congrats, man. Congrats. That's so awesome. Ben kind of did the same thing I did. He changed niches. He kind of went to doing something else. And you can just tell with what he's doing right now that it's something he loves. And he's growing, man. I'm happy for you. Happy for you. You beat me to 1,000, but that's okay. Still love you, man. But that's so awesome. Matt says you don't have to, but you should. Yeah, I agree. He's talking about the group. You don't have to join the group, but you should. Yeah. Haters are secretly fans. Yeah, that's what I always say. I made a little Instagram reel last night kind of saying that, like, when you hear people that you forgot even exist are still talking about you, just do your thing and then wink at them in the rearview mirror, leave them behind. So, yeah, Ben, he really does, Mark. He really does, man. My goal is to hit 500 by the Super Bowl. Keep working, man. You'll get there. The type of content you're doing is heavily searchable, so keep working, brother. Again, just make sure, organically and all that, but you'll get there for sure. All right, so let's see. Next up, reason number 4, they don't have a strategy. Chris, you still here? And I'm just picking on Chris because we're going to talk about a niche in this category. We're going to talk about a few things. So reason number 4, they don't have a strategy, right? Now, this is not uncommon. A lot of us, whenever we start creating content, we don't necessarily have a strategy up front because we don't know what that means. We don't know what it means to have a creation strategy. There's so much we don't know yet. We're going to learn as we go. Or hopefully we get hooked up with the right people that'll kind of have that insight for us that'll teach us as we go. But in the beginning, there's no real strategy, right? So, one of these, and I will say this anytime the topic comes up, I will always be the first one to tell you that I think having a niching down your channel, your platform is super important. Again, it depends on goals, right? So, and even this looks different between different platforms. Like on TikTok, it would be a little bit different than on YouTube, things like that. And again, it's always going to come down to goals, right? If you are, building a business, if you're super focused on a specific targeted audience, then you should definitely have a niche. No doubt, no question. That's just what it should be. If you're here to have fun, don't really have goals, you're just having a good time, whatever, then, maybe not as important. But if you don't have a niche, don't expect growth as quickly or a audience that is there every time you put a video out. Because if you think about it, you're doing different topics. Let's say you have 3 different topics you talk about, and you're going to have a different audience for each one of those topics. You may have some crossover, but let's say that let's say that I did a YouTube channel on content creation, on beards and music, right? My music crowd is not necessarily going to care about the beard stuff. My beard crowd is not necessarily going to care about the content creation for the most part. The content crowd may not care about the music, on and on, right? So that's where the niche is important. You're definitely going to grow quicker the more niche down you are. And it's just a fact on every platform. The second thing, content all over the place. This kind of goes back to, are you consistent? Are you putting out content frequently? Are you putting it out regularly? Again, whatever that consistency looks like to you. And then content being all over the place are your videos. If you look at your channel, are your videos in a similar category, right? On this channel, I talk about content creation. Sometimes it's motivational. Sometimes it is, YouTube specific. Sometimes it's TikTok specific. Sometimes it is literally demonstrating how to use a specific tool. At the end of the day, everything on my channel, though, ties back to content creation. This is something as a creator that may help you. And so that's mine. And honestly, most of my content has been geared towards newer content creators, or even some veteran creators that maybe started off with no strategy and they're starting to kind of tighten it up a little bit. Obviously, anybody's welcome, but that's sort of what I've gotten to. So, let's see. Yep, somebody covers Chris's ears, saying niche again. Yeah, Chris hates that word, but Chris is my dude. Chris knows I love him. There he is. You see, he's down there hiding. He's here. Just sent a request. Awesome, man. I'll take care of that as soon as we're done here. Oh yeah, for sure, Ben. So that's when I started the beard stuff. I didn't have any goals or strategy or anything. I started talking about beard products, but it still was very important because it helped me to figure some things out along the way. And I think I'm more prepared now to create content than I would be if I didn't do that. So learn analytics. People see a 7% CTR, think all is good, not knowing an advanced CTR is 1% for suggested traffic. Meaning people YouTube is pushing to are not clicking. They stay lost on the problem. Yeah, CTR is, I've got a planned video. We're going to talk about some analytics here in a minute. Some of the analytics are simple on the surface, and then there's some, as you know, Tommy, you can dig deeper, and I'm really going to that advanced mode and start narrowing down different things like this. And analytics are important to learn. I'll be the first to admit, I probably don't look at analytics enough because it's so time consuming to do it right. But I do jump in there pretty frequently and just kind of see how things are going. And I've got some videos planned on some of these, CTR being one of them. So we sort of have 4 or more niches on our channel, and the view counts are different on each topic. It's obvious which niche I should know if numbers were most important to me. Yeah, and most of the time, you know, when creators start, it's okay. What music we got here? When creators start, you know, especially on something like TikTok, and even YouTube, right? It's okay to start off doing a few different things, and you can kind of see what sort of audience you start to build, what gets the most, you know, what people are most interested in, and then a lot of times you can kind of go from there and just narrow down and focus on that one specific topic. So a lot of people start off that way. It's interesting that some people analyze and adjust and get results, then others make a random video and it goes viral. Oh, absolutely. And then there's some people that spend a lot of time in analytics and try to tweak things here and there, and it's still time consuming as far as when their channel takes off. There's so much into it. You know, I think it comes down to a little bit of luck, but not much. Mostly it's understanding your analytics and making changes. And then, yeah, sometimes you have that one person that gets that viral video and they get a bunch of subscribers, but then you come back to that issue of, now what? You got to follow that up. And most of the time what you see is that they don't follow it up with anything, and that one viral video didn't actually grow their channel. Their numbers might have grown temporarily. They have a high subscriber count, but did it really grow if they're not bringing people back? So yeah. We're trying to break down all our niche subjects into their own channels. I can spout the CTR easily because it's my stranglehold. I put 0 effort into titles and thumbnails. So my subscriber numbers are insane, but I give 0 reasons for a new person to subscribe. Tommy, that's probably the one thing that I spend the most on, is trying to figure out how to consistently make my thumbnails better, right? Going back to your comment about, you know, the 7% CTR. On the surface, what you're talking about, I agree with. Now, when you look at your CTR, though, I mean, the average YouTube channel CTR is somewhere around 4 to 5%. And so, you know, generally what I'm saying is a low number like that is not necessarily a bad thing. Obviously, you want to improve that, but the average is still, I mean, think of all the videos that we swipe by sometimes and see. Thumbnails may make us click. It also just may be that what YouTube has presented to us, we're not interested in that for whatever reason, so we scroll on. But the CTR numbers, I was surprised when I first saw that the average CTR across YouTube is like 4 to 5%. Talking total CTR, not really going as deep as what you're talking about. Have no creativity. I like designing thumbnails. I just haven't found that perfect thumbnail yet. I don't know if I ever will. I love creating thumbnails. I don't even know what, and at this point, I'm just talking creativity, not necessarily what converts. Creatively, what does a perfect thumbnail look like to me? I'm not sure. It's one thing I like to play around and tweak. So that's it. Have a strategy. You know, niche down if you can. Kind of, you know, zero down your content into, you know, where you can be consistent, have some sort of a strategy so that people know what to expect from your channel. There's a lot more to the strategy conversation that could be a whole topic. But that's what I got for that one. So if you guys have any thoughts on that, I'd love to hear. Otherwise, we will move on. Make sure I hit the right button this time. All right. And then next is kind of a continuation of what we're talking about already. Reason number 5, ignoring analytics and audience feedback. It's really important to know and understand analytics and how they work, right? We have so much information behind the scenes available to us through YouTube Studio, through our analytics, and YouTube keeps adding things. I've talked about the research tab, which will kind of drive more towards the audience feedback. This is what your audience is searching for. But we have so many tools that we can use and look at to figure out what we should be creating and what's working and what's not working. So we have to really look at that. We have to look at those analytics. We have to learn how to read those analytics, learn how to respond to those analytics so that we can make the changes we need to make. And that's something I think a lot of people, myself included, I've been guilty of in the past, have ignored or just straight up not even looked at analytics. And for the most part, that's going to lead to the demise of your channel. You have to look at your analytics. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. We have to look at analytics. We have to kind of know. So I'm gonna let me share my screen here real quick. Most of you in here have seen this before, but I just kind of want to share sort of what our general view is as far as analytics go. I moved my buttons around. There it is. All right, so this is YouTube Studio. This is our analytics. Now, this is when you first go to analytics. This is generally what you see, right? Oh, Andrew, you leaving, man? Is Andrew leaving? Is that what he said?
Okay, bye.
You out of here, brother? This is analytics. So this is what we get to see when we log into YouTube Studio. And there's a lot of information here. When you first log in, you get some general... Oh, you're still here. Okay, cool. Well, then I'll give you a different sound.
Hello there.
So when you first jump in here, you get some general information. You kind of get to see how your channel's doing. The default is the last month, last 28 days. But there's all kinds of stuff that if you scroll down, you can kind of see generally how your channel's doing, your best content you're putting out. And so here's one thing we'll talk about, right? When I say audience feedback, let me zoom in a little bit. When I say audience feedback, now you guys kind of know the content that I put out. I do a mix of tech reviews, content creation, things to do, things not to do, motivational stuff, all that kind of stuff. But look at my top performing videos, and this is just over the last 28 days, right? Tech, TikTok, and then live streams are usually up there, and then tech, right? So this tells me that my audience, for the most part, wants to see tech videos, right? Tech videos do the best on my channel. Now, I'm not necessarily the best. I'm no Tom Buck. I'm no, these guys that do tech very well. I'm not those guys. And tech is not the only thing I want to do. So it's kind of a battle between that. Do I do tech videos only? Do I still talk about the things I want to talk about and attract the audience that wants to see this stuff? TikTok, obviously, my TikTok videos do well. I think this video here has almost 2,000 views. This one's up there also. Those videos do well. And that's largely thanks to, in that case would be mostly my TikTok community that has come over and found videos. But essentially, YouTube Studio, our analytics tell us what our audience wants to see, right? So this is our quick view. Now you can go in here, you can drill down. Some of the things I look at the most, impressions, click-through rate. Mine overall is low at this point. That's something I'm constantly working on. As you scroll down, you can see how people are finding you, top live streams there. If you go to your audience, you can see your growth rate subscriber-wise. You can see your unique viewers, some other stuff down here. When your viewers are on YouTube kind of gives you, during this day of the week and during these times, your viewers are, this is when they're actually online watching. YouTube collects a lot of information. Google, I think most of you know that. Where they're from, so much stuff in here. If you're using TubeBuddy, you'll have some extra stuff here, but so much stuff. We've talked about the research tab. The research tab is amazing because now you can literally see this is what your viewers are searching. Go to viewer searches. Some of the stuff, like dinosaurs, I wouldn't make that video, but as you scroll down, you'll see stuff that people, here's DJI Mini 3 Pro. There's, some positivity stuff. There's a few pages of this, but the point of this, YouTube has given us things we need to kind of drill down. And then there's even advanced mode, right? So you can go into advanced mode and you can set all kinds of things to, this could be a 6-hour live stream, right, Tommy? So anyway, this is, YouTube gives us tools to kind of drill down our analytics, figure out what our audience wants, and that's how they do that. So it's important to kind of understand, learn our analytics, learn how to use those, constantly learn. I think he's going to rewatch more. Yep, General Kenobi, yeah. So that's that one. Let's go back to that slide. So reason number 5, ignoring analytics and audience feedback. So that's the analytics piece of it. There's other tools you can use too, like TubeBuddy, vidIQ, things like that. There's all kinds of ways to figure out how your channel's doing. You just have to spend time reading, digging into your analytics and learning what they mean, right? Yeah, looking at which videos brought in the most subscribers is good. Yeah, and for me, Tommy, it's my tech videos. My number one video that's brought in the most subscribers, last time I looked, was my Rodecaster video. That one, and it was another tech video. It was, the StreamYard Stream Deck integration. Those two videos on my channel have brought the most subscribers. And so that tells me I need to do more tech stuff, right? And that's the kind of thing that we should all be kind of looking at on our channels to figure out what our audience wants to see. Audience feedback can also come as simple as comments in a live stream, comments left on your videos. What are you directly chatting with people about? What questions are you getting? Those are all great ways to kind of hear from your audience and know what they want to see. So it's important to, kind of dig into that stuff and give that some weight when you're deciding what content to put out and how to do it. Most of our analytic makes me depressed. Oh, let me tell you, it can do that, right? It is important. I'm glad you say that, because it is important to understand that analytics are there to help. And I think this is something most of us as creators, if we really look at our analytics, it's easy to be like, man, why is this not doing better? What can I do to improve this? Why am I not improving this? It's easy to get in that way of thinking. It's important to make sure that you don't allow analytics to bring you down. Use it as a teaching and a learning tool. Don't let it discourage you. And if we don't do the content that brought in the most subs, those subs probably won't watch, which kills. Absolutely, it's a balancing act. Yeah, I need to do more tech videos. I've got a tech video coming out tomorrow, but I need to do more tech videos. That's just not all that I want to do, but it's important to balance that for sure. So just to recap, we had reason 1. Cancel that. Reason 1, they're not patient or persistent. So it takes time to build. You got to be consistent. You have to keep grinding. It takes a lot of work. Reason number 2, focus on followers instead of community. You want to do the exact opposite of that. Work on building community. Work on building a base of people that truly support you and not just numbers. At the end of the day, the numbers don't matter if the people don't support you, and you have to support them and give back to them also and build that community. So that's one of the most important things in the world to me. Reason number 3, make sure that you can take feedback properly. And again, that's both ways. Take the feedback where you should take it from. Ignore the feedback from the people that don't have your interests at heart. Reason number 4, make sure you have a strategy. And number 5, don't ignore your analytics or audience feedback. Make sure that you dig into that and figure out what that's trying to tell you. What's up, Travis? Good to see you, brother. Glad you're here, man. All right, so that is that. We still have our Would You Rather segment, so don't go anywhere. But thoughts, criticisms, any other reason that you guys can think of that sometimes channels fail. Again, that was only 5. You could probably list out about 15, 20, 30 of those, honestly. Oh, Mark, 100%, man. If you're not having fun at this, it's time to do something else. Yeah, having fun with it, loving what you do is going to make all these times when analytics are depressing you, when your videos aren't doing well, when you just have a day where you don't feel creative, whatever. Having fun with it, loving what you do is going to make all that okay. Having great people like you, Mark, and like other people in the chat, building that community of people that know you, that have your back, it's going to make it all better too. Absolutely love that one. Hey, what's up, Walter? Yeah, you had a stream with Dr. Elo. Hope that went well. I'll have to go back and catch the replay. 2 of my favorite people, man, Walter and Dr. Elo. I'm sure that was a great stream. Appreciate you being here, man. Reason 7, your ego destroys your channel. Check your ego and love the process. Oh, for sure. I don't think that an ego problem is something that I ever... I'm probably the more opposite. Like, I question everything that I do. Probably criticize what I do more than anybody else. So, but yeah, that can do it also. Yep, awkward silences, body language is off, the vibe isn't fun and welcoming. Yeah, all that stuff for sure. Hey, what's up, Grub Mud? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. All right, so hey, let's jump into the fun part of this now that we've talked about the depressing stuff. Oh, nice. I haven't seen Dave, but Erin's trying on the dresses she got from Brandy and Dave's boutique from last Monday. Nice, nice. Reigniting the flames for the passions and desires of why you started so you can continue on your content journey, continue learning and growing, also to take care of yourself. Yep, all good stuff. Yeah, that passion is... Yeah, I knew what you meant, Gary. I knew what you meant. That passion is important for sure. That's whenever somebody asks me what content should they create, one of my first questions to them is, what do you love? What are you passionate about? What do you want to create about? I always recommend people start there because that's going to help you get through, again, those times when you're down about how your channel's doing, you don't think you're getting enough views, you're not feeling creative. If it's something you're passionate about, it's going to make it okay. At least more okay than what it would be if you didn't care about the content you're putting out. So, all right, Chris, you still here, man? We're going to go into our Would You Rather segment. So this is kind of the fun part of the stream. Done beating you guys up with depressing, this is why channels are failing type stuff. Let's have some fun. We got Would You Rather questions. So for those of you that are new, or for those of you that may not have been here in a while, Would You Rather is some questions that I come up with. They are meant to be fun, thought-provoking, whatever. You're going to have two options on the screen. What I would love you to do is pick from one of those options and let us know in the chat. Let us know your choice and why. If you want to share why, you don't have to, but let us know one. You can't pick both, so Gary, don't try to find the loophole. Got to pick one of those. Meant to be fun. Obviously, I can't tell you what to do, but they're fun. All right, so... here we go. So the first one, would you rather, I think I've asked something similar to this before, but not this exactly. Would you rather watch nothing but Hallmark Christmas movies or nothing but horror movies? Would you rather watch nothing but Hallmark Christmas movies or nothing but horror movies? If that's the only thing you can watch, you going Hallmark Christmas or you going horror movies? So Ellie says horror movies. Gary says Hallmark. I already know what some of y'all are going to say. Santa Dad and Mel, I already know what you're going to say. Chris says horror. Credence and Bishop, horror. Hallmark for Tommy. I knew Santa Dad was going Hallmark Christmas. That's why his name is Santa Dad. He loves Christmas. Hallmark. Horror movies. Christmas. Apparently we're going into cupcake mode. I'm okay with that. I love cupcakes. Travis says horror movie for sure. I already know what Mel's going to say. I'm just waiting on her answer. And there it is. I knew it was going to be Hallmark. All right, so... oh, Gary, have you ever had her cupcakes? I don't guess you have. Dude, her cupcakes are amazing also. We just can't ship those. Cookies you can ship. Cupcakes don't ship very well, so... Christmas. Erin always has Hallmark on, so I'm used to it. Same thing here, Gary. That's Mel usually has something like Hallmark or Lifetime, but there. So Andrew says Hallmark. They're the same, or sometimes depending on the movie and the actors. So my answer here is going to be Hallmark Christmas for two reasons. Number one, because Mel loves Hallmark Christmas movies and it's a great time to spend with her. Mike said Hallmark Christmas movies are mad. We about that horror. There you go. So Ellie and Mike, they'll hang out and watch horror movies together. Mel loves watching Christmas movies. She loves watching Hallmark stuff, so I'll watch those with her. Good time to spend together. When we watch horror movies, I fall asleep. I don't know why. Horror movies put me to sleep. So we're usually left with Mel sitting up watching a horror movie by herself, and I'm asleep. No idea why that happens, but it literally every time we watch a horror movie, I fall asleep. Gary is a cookie expert, and he spent a lot of money on cookies for sure. Yeah, Mark, same thing. Wife loves Hallmark, so you're used to it also. Yeah, same here. Yeah, Mel does love horror movies, and we do. I mean, I like them. I always fall asleep for some reason. Fall asleep during the Cardinals games. I'm not going to lie, I love rom-com. Dude, there's nothing wrong with that. Rom-com movies are a good date night movie for sure. What's up, E-Rock? Good to see you, brother. Can't stand the Hallmark Channel. One of these days, sir, you're going to have a wife that wants to watch the Hallmark Channel, and I bet you'll watch the Hallmark Channel with her. I bet you will. Yeah. All right, next up, what do we got next? What do we got next? My button disappeared. That's okay. Would you rather be a famous actor or a famous musician? Famous actor or a famous musician? Choose carefully. I'm not going to judge you, but I've got my answer already. Yeah, good to see you, E-Rock. Love a good horror, a Christmas horror movie. I watched a stream, so Todd, Christmas Clatter, he did a stream last year around Christmas time, breaking down some of like the top 5 Christmas horror movies. Pretty interesting. I didn't know some of those were out there. All right, so Gary says actor. Mark says actor. E says, my dad said he cries when the Terminator melts at the end of the movie. There you go. Actor. Musician. Famous actor. Yeah, I kind of knew Gary would be on the... well, actually, Gary, I figured you'd say musician, being how much you love music. Frontman to a band, yeah. Musician, then move into acting. Actor. Actors can sing too. They can, but do you want to know the one movie that I can't stand to watch and I will not watch? Is a musical. They are so... I'm just saying, musicals for the most part are usually kind of corny. That's just my opinion. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. That's my opinion. But actors get to kiss other girls and not get in trouble. I don't know anything about that, Gary. Musician. I'd rather be a famous YouTube actor. There you go. Famous musician. Ellie loves musicals. Kellen, don't get mad at me, y'all. Don't get mad at me. I'm sorry. That's just E knows. Yeah, I just don't get that. Now it's different. There's up right across the river up in southern Indiana, there's a Derby Dinner Playhouse that we love to go to. I love going and watching that kind of stuff. Me and Mel will go up there. We haven't been since before the pandemic, but we'll go up there, we'll watch a play that usually those involve music. Completely okay with that. And look, she popped in with a comment, exactly what we're talking about here. In that format, I'm okay with it. Ones on TV, I can't stand. Can't stand them. So, yep, Indiana, shout out, yes. Can't stand the movie Grease. Yeah, all those movies to me are just, no judgment to anybody that loves them. I just personally, I think they're cheesy, but that's okay. I've seen Grease, Little Shop of Horrors, and one other I forgot. There was one that a couple of years ago was kind of big. I forget what it was called, but it had something to do with like Wizard of Oz. It was on TV, and people were all into that. Yeah, they're all cheesy to me. I don't know. His avatar has not been coming through right. I'm not sure why. I'm a Disney princess, so totally obvious. I would love Woodland Critters and Random Songs. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Yep, the Newsies, West Side Story, they put on some great plays there. We went to see one time about basically Sun Records, Johnny Cash, those guys. That was a really good play. I think it was called Sun Records is what it was called. But it was about Sam Phillips and how he discovered, Cash and all that, so. Shows the same on Dagan's channel. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. It's every now and then it'll do that for people. Excited for the Elvis movie. Now, I love those kind of movies. I love, what do they call them? They call them biopics. I love movies about musicians. Bohemian Rhapsody, Walk the Line. I'll watch this one. I love those kind of movies, but like the straight up definition of musicals, I can't stand. My answer here is going to be musician because I love music more than I love movies. I could really go either way on this, but I'm going to go musician. I love music, always listen to music, so that's going to be my answer here. Yep, doesn't show up either. I don't know. Gary, you probably know who's playing Elvis. I'm not even sure. La Bamba was a good one. Yeah, yep. All right, next question. Would you rather have a time machine or a teleporter? Would you rather have a time machine, be able to travel at any point in time you wanted, or have a teleporter, be able to get wherever you want, just like that? Offspring's coming to the Orange County Fair. There you go. No, not really. No. That's why I'm not a musician. All right, time machine, time machine, time machine. Teleporter, there you go. Time machine. Time machine. Time machine, time machine. You guys are all pretty much on one side on this one. I'm a TARDIS, but I'd settle for a teleporter. Beam me up. There you go. Teleporter. Time machine. Yep. Where do you get a flux capacitor? We could build one. X-Men Days of the Future Past time machine. Wouldn't need a teleporter if I had a time machine. Well, I mean, so kind of where I was going with this question was, would you rather go back to a different era of time, or would you rather be able to teleport? Like, we could teleport from here to Wisconsin right now. Talking about not jumping time, just getting to a different place quickly. So my answer here is going to be teleporter because of what I just said. Being able to get somewhere quickly without having to drive, fly, all that stuff. Let's just get there. I can't think of any reason why I'd want to travel through time and, the butterfly effect, all that stuff. You can mess stuff up, according to the fiction on it. I'm going to go teleporter. Now, I do agree with this. I think it would be awesome to go back to that time frame, 50s, 60s. Seeing people like Elvis, Cash, Waylon, all those guys. That'd be awesome. There you go. Exactly what I'm talking about, Ellie. You can really mess things up if you do the wrong thing going back in time. Time machine can still get you where you want to be. Even if you're late, you can be on time. Yeah, but yeah. I'm going teleporter. I'd be in Lambeau Field every weekend. That's where I would be. All right. Next question. So this is sort of similar, but this is just talking about seeing, right? Would you rather have the ability to change the past or see into the future? Would you rather have the ability to go back and change things in the past, or do you want to see into the future and see where you're headed, how things are going, things like that? Aaron, I'll come back to your question shortly. I'll take the gas and food prices of years ago. Yeah, no kidding. Somebody, I forget who it was, somebody shared a picture with me. It may have been Dan B. I think it was Dan B. Shared a picture, something to do with that, gas prices back then. When I started driving, so I started driving in 1998. Gas was 99 cents a gallon. Now I'm throwing $20 in, not because I can't afford gas, but because I don't want to afford gas. I put gas in when I need to get as far as I need to get, hoping gas prices go back down soon. All right, see into the future, the future. Time machine gets you Lambeau Field when Favre was playing. It's true, that's true. See if the future changed. Past, I would have my wife or kids. See into the future. See the future. See the future. Chris said he's going to pass on this one. Give yourself some credit, man. Give yourself some credit. Change the past. Yeah, this is basically have a time machine either way. See, this is Gary trying to find loopholes and overthink the question, Gary. Just have fun with the question as it's presented, sir.
You don't know my life.
Just kidding, man. Future. I'm actually a witch. I can see visions, glimpses, or feelings about what's going to happen. So that's my answer too. I want to see into the future. I've always been that type of person that, I don't have regrets. I have lessons, things I've learned from things in the past. Is there anything I want to go back and change? Honestly, no, because everything that's ever happened and the way they happened is why I'm where I am now. And I'm okay with that. So I'd rather look into the future and see where I'm headed. If I could look into the future, I would love to be able to see about 4 days into the future right now so I can see what's going to happen with this interview on Wednesday that I'm excited about. That's what I want to see. So, Is Ken throwing you under the bus? Gary always tries to find loopholes, man. That's what he does. That's what he does. That's how Ellie wins every giveaway. There you go. We figured it out. Figured it out. All right. This next question, I came up with this question specifically with Chris in mind, but obviously it's for everybody. So Chris, let me know you're still here. I think you are because you just commented. But this next question I thought of specifically because of Chris. Has nothing to do with Twizzlers. Chris, Twizzlers still suck. Just saying. And here we go. I'm assuming Chris is still here, so let's move on. We're going to do the question anyway. All right. Would you rather give up your phone forever? Give up your phone or only wear Crocs for the rest of your life? Grubmud says 4 days from now you'll be applying for the partner program. Possibly. We'll see. We'll see if I get there. I'm really, really close. So I appreciate it. I'm excited. All right. So Gary says Crocs. Dude, Twizzlers. Yeah, I think they're terrible. Crocs. Crocs. He says Crocs. Chris says, oh my God, my phone, buy a phone, I miss you. Wow, you would give up your phone. You really, dude, I'm going to send you a pair of Crocs. You need to feel Crocs on your feet. You need to feel that. Crocs. Exactly, Walter. I thought I was going to trip him up with that one, but he chose phone. I bet if he was really presented with his option, I guarantee he'd be wearing Crocs. Guess I'm wearing Crocs that I can't stand. Yeah, Mel doesn't like them either. I don't like Red Vines either. None of those are all gross. All of those are gross. I love Crocs, but not the ones DTB had got. I don't know what he got. But yeah, I love Crocs. And E says phone. Oh, so you would give up your phone. So E-Rock, you would not wear Crocs at all. You'd give up your phone before you wear Crocs? Oh, dude, I love Crocs. I'm wearing them right now. That's as bad as Joe not liking pineapple. No, Joe not liking pineapple doesn't make sense because pineapple is amazing. Twizzlers and Red Vines, it's like chewing on plastic. Take Croc flip-flops only. Yep. Need my phone. Oh, Walter loves Twizzlers too. That's all right. I just can't do it. I can't do it, y'all. Can't do it. No one really calls me. I usually vid chat everyone. Anywho. Oh, Chris, I'm going to call you, man. I think I called you last time, bro. Phone. I would give up my phone. Wow, you guys are hardcore against Crocs. I love Crocs. I don't care who says what. I love them. Oh, they're so comfortable. All right, and that is the end of Would You Rather. You should try, let's see what Tommy said. You should try Hoka's or UFOs if you like Crocs. 100 times more comfortable and way. Okay. I've never tried either one of those. Tommy, have you ever worn the Hey Dudes? Hey Dudes are what I wear like outside the house. Crocs are pretty much in the house. That's what I wear just in the house. I like slides also, Ben. I like slides too. We got Mo Snacks in the house. Because of you, sir, I'm going to ask Mel to go buy some Chips Ahoy ice cream. I was watching that video earlier. I need to go finish it. I was watching that video when I got a phone call from a recruiter, so I need to go finish that one. Should have said internet. I've had Twizzlers and Red Vines, all different flavors. Have my comfy Crocs on now. Don't like flip-flop sandals, anything. Oh, Mark, I hope so, man. I'm going to get a job offer. There's one that I want more than any other because it'd be perfect. It's basically the same task that I do now on a daily basis. I've got the second interview for that one on Wednesday. I'm really hoping it goes well. I think it's going to, but, you know, until I know for sure, I never want to assume that I'm going to, you know. Part of my overthinking, I think. Flops 24/7, yeah, especially where you are, right? I think that's probably a staple down there. Yeah, I started watching it earlier. I probably got about 2 minutes in, and my phone rang, so I had to take the call. You almost bought me that the other day. That's going to be on the request list next time you go to the store. Chips Ahoy ice cream's been around. Dude, I don't go shopping, so I don't know what's been around. I had no idea. I honestly, until I saw Mo's thumbnail, I had no idea that it existed. Don't forget my question. Yeah, let me go back up there. Hey dudes are okay. I'm going to check out the ones that you mentioned up there. I need to write that down because otherwise I'll forget. And UFOs. I've never heard of those. I think I've heard of Hoka, but not the other ones. I have to check those out though. All right, let's go back up to Aaron's question real quick. So Aaron wants to know, would you rather know the truth of Area 51 or the Denver airport theories? I don't know what either one of those. Well, I mean, I know what Area 51, the Denver airport theories. I have no idea what that is. Let's do this. Throw that there. Would you rather know the truth of Area 51 or the Denver airport theories? I guess I'll say Area 51 because of the Denver thing. I have no idea what that is. Yes, Ellie, absolutely. Hey, what's up, Florinel Zone? Good to see you. Good to see you. Crocs have been running crazy sales lately on their site. 28. So I just bought a new pair. I've got like the black fleece line ones, and the ones I had kind of got wore out, so I bought the exact same ones. Just got them maybe a month ago. But I definitely paid more than that. I wonder why they're on sale. Hard shell chocolate on my cookies and cream ice cream. Yes. So E says Area 51. Gary's making fun of my fridge. We have one of those smart fridges, and you can build like grocery list on the fridge. And we don't use it, but apparently one time we did add some stuff to it. So it said that our butter was like 9 years old. Just because we never updated it. Area 51, Area 51. I have to check them out. I've heard of them, but I've just never tried them. Area 51. I have to look this one up because I don't, I've never heard of that, so. All right, you guys. Well, hey, appreciate you guys being here tonight. So great that you guys were hanging out. Of course, we're going to be here Friday night. Friday night, just stream with me, YouTube channel reviews, Q&A. Sorry about missing this past Friday. Just had a lot going on. So yeah, we'll be back this Friday for sure, 9 p.m. Eastern. Live streaming, YouTube channel reviews, Q&A. Awesome fun hangout. Again, we have the Just Hit Record creator community. That is at justhitrecordofficial.com. That link is in this in the description of this video and every other video. Doing the one-on-one coaching, that calendar is located on my website, so you can check that out also. And my website, kenthecontentcoach.com, email ken@kenthecontentcoach.com. Social media links all through all my videos, so I think most of you see me there anyway. So, let's see. Grubmud said, would you rather make TikTok or YouTube videos? If I had to pick, like if I really had to choose between the two platforms, I'm YouTube all day long. Definitely YouTube for sure. Luckily, I don't have to pick though because I like both, creating on both platforms. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Yeah, maybe. I don't get into a lot of the stuff, so I don't know. I don't know. Appreciate you, Mark. Yeah, Mr. G, Grubmud. Thanks everybody for being here. Hope you guys all have a great week. Hopefully Friday, I'm going to have some good news for you. And if I don't, it just means it wasn't meant to be. At some point, we'll have the job secured so we can head on to Wisconsin. But I'm pretty sure that Friday night I'm going to have some good news. I'm confident about it. Unless I really mess up the interview Wednesday, we'll see. I've got a second interview tomorrow for a company I interviewed with today. That job would be good too. The Wednesday interview is the one I really, really want. If I got offered both, the Wednesday interview is the one that I would pick. So we'll see. Appreciate you, Tommy E. Oh, what's up, Floridian? Did I miss you, man? Good to see you. So thanks everybody for being here. Have a great week. If I can do anything for you, reach out, let me know. As always, go be a positive light for somebody this week. There's far too much negativity, far too much hate in the world. Somebody needs that positivity, so go be that for them. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Just hit record. We'll see you guys on Friday. Appreciate you. Oh, we'll see you guys tomorrow. I got a video coming out tomorrow. But definitely Friday. Have a good week, everybody.